Do the indictments make you less excited about him?
Yeah, it kind of does. I mean, I'm still young. I really don't know what's going on, but
I mean, young is good.
yeah, I still think he still kind of did up. But I don't think that should be a reason why he shouldn't be able to run. Because if people want him, they want him. It's the people's decision, right?
Let's say on one of those he's convicted. Do you think that changes the conversation a bit? By a jury, I'm talking about.
Are you asking he shouldn't be president if he's indicted by one?
Yeah. Convicted, not indicted.
And convicted? Nah. I feel like people do stuff. He messed up. If he owns up to it, acknowledges what he did, and he admits to it before he's convicted, or
Do you see that coming? Do you see that coming?
No.
Man, this two-tier justice system that MAGA likes to talk about, where we have people twisting themselves into knots to find any way to excuse Trump of his laundry list of crimes, is severe. That young supporter doesn't expect Trump to do the right thing at all, but he's willing to contort his brain to make excuses for him when he's unwilling to do the bare minimum of being a decent human.
If he's convicted of any of these 91 counts, would you see that in a different light?
I just think that he's the only president that has ever faced anything like this. There's never been anything in history that's happened to any other presidential candidate. I think there's a bigger picture behind it, and Donald Trump's just trying to do the right thing for America.
If a jury finds him guilty on any of these 91 indictments against him, would that change your opinion about whether or not he should be able to serve as president?
No, I fully believe we have a two-tier justice system in this country, so no. I mean, it depends on who is on the jury in my mind. Agreed. To me, I mean, if you're going to have a biased panel, a biased jury, then I don't know. It's really hard to say. But if it was an unbiased panel of our peers, then we'll just have to see what they decide.
That woman never saw the irony of outright refusing to consider the idea that Trump could actually be guilty of the crimes that he's accused of, while another strolls by and baselessly wants Biden locked up. But for what? The extreme abuse of power that they claim to be afraid of from Sleepy Joe is exactly what they're supporting in their guy. She has no way of vetting the jury that she claims is the basis for whether or not she trusts the verdict. It only leaves Trump's narratives as the standard for her to go off of.
If any of these juries convict the former president, would that change your opinion of whether or not he should serve?
Well, the question is, can he actually get a fair trial by jury? If he's going to be tried in Manhattan, forget about it. If he's going to be tried in D.C., they need to actually give him a fair trial. They need to apply the law equally. If you're going to say Joe Biden is too senile to stand trial for classified documents, but is fit to be president, but then they're going to actually charge Trump with a similar...
Are people saying that, though?
Yes, absolutely people are saying that. Trump was president. Joe Biden was not, right? And so, they're going to charge one guy and not the other. If someone committed a crime, Trump included, charge him, but also apply it equally. You basically have the Department of Justice, his political opponent, basically going after him. You know, these lawsuits are absurd. Come on. That's just political lawfare.
He only wants the law to be applied equally. That's all. He can't stand all this political lawfare where a guy in power goes after his political enemies. If Trump ever promised to do that, I'm sure he'd be off the Trump train immediately.
Do you regret not locking her up? And if you're president again, will you lock people up?
Well, I'll give you an example. The answer is you have no choice because they're doing it to us.
They've weaponized the Justice Department. They weaponized the FBI. Would you do the same if you're reelected?
Well, he's unleashed something that we've all known about this for 100 years. We've watched other countries do it. If they do this, they've already done it. But if they want to follow through on this, it could certainly happen in reverse. It could certainly happen in reverse. I mean, if I happen to be president and I see somebody who's doing well and beating me very badly, I say, go down and indict them. Mostly that would be, they would be out of business. They'd be out. They'd be out of the election. In 2016, I declared, I am your voice. Today I add, I am your warrior. I am your justice. And for those who have been wronged and betrayed, I am your retribution. I am your retribution.
In 2016, I declared, I am your voice. And now I say to you again tonight, I am your warrior. I am your justice. I'm going to take a lot of heat for this one, but I only mean it in the proper way. For those who have been wronged and betrayed, of which there are many people out there that have been wronged and betrayed, I am your retribution. We will take care of that.